Hello and welcome back to Productive Dragons channel, where we do unboxes, plan with me's, and other things. And if you like that, please consider subscribing. Today we're doing the readathon, Phase Out Your TBR, Phase 10. Want to see the cards I get and what I pick? Come join me. Phase Out Your TBR was created by Krys's Corner. They based this off their game, Phase 10, that they do for their TBR. And they decided to do a readathon. It started in November 2023. We are now finally up to Phase 10. They are going to continue this readathon after this. I don't know when the new one will start, but there's going to be all new prompts. What happens is, if you haven't seen this, what there is that we have cards 1 through 12 in here. Colors are yellow, red, green, blue. Each of the numbers has 2 same color cards for each. So there's 8 ones, 8 twos down the line. And so you have to make like runs or whatnot. This time it is 5 and 3. So that's our set. We have to do that. We have to find 5 cards. So I could get 2 yellow 4s, 1 blue 4, and a green 4. And if I pull a wild card, I could use that wild card for the 4s to make it a 5 set. However, I could not use the 4 yellow because I've already pulled the first. I pulled 2 of the yellows. If they're all the same, all red, blue, green, yellow, I could pick another. I could pick one of those colors if I use my wilds. I don't always use them. They had said something about, because we also get skips in this game, and not knowing what they're going to do with the skips. I don't know if they're just talking about their game or here. Basically, you read whatever your set is. I pulled the cards. I got the deck and I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use them and pull the cards. And so this is what I do. I will link the video to the intro for the Phase 10. Like I said, you do not have to do the first 9 sets before doing this one. You can do Phase 10. So, I dread getting a blue 6. I will tell you that right now, because that is the one card I can remember more than anything. Because that is the dictionary word of the day. And I'll be honest with you, I hate that prompt. They do have a Discord, and they are looking for prompts for next year. That's the reason why I know that this is going to continue. And I would really love for that dictionary of the word of the year to go away. So, without further ado, we'll start. Yellow 1, 7, 8, the dreaded blue 6 that I told you I hate, 5, 12, 5, 12, skip. Ooh, I have a wild. Okay. I'm dreading. 11, 8, 8, ooh. Ooh. Okay, oops. There we go. All right. Okay, we got 2. All right. Okay, we have a yellow 1, a red 1. Green 7. Red 5. Red 11. There's a 9. There's a 5. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Ooh. Skip. Oh, we got our 5s. Okay. All right. All right, so that's my 5. All right. Cannot use the 7, will not use the 9, cannot use the 11. I can use the 12, I can use the 5, I can use the 1. I cannot use the 3, cannot use the 2. I'm not using the 6. I'll tell you that right now. Alright, so out of this, I'm going to pull one of the yellow ones out of there. And this one, I get to choose. Okay, so I will be back to let you know. Now, you do know my first set is the 8s. I will pick out of this what the prompts are, and I'll pick which one I think I can best represent for my TBR. And I'll be right back with that and the books. Okay, I'm back. I have selected which group of 3 that I'm doing, as well as you saw my 8 of 5. So, and then I picked the 12s. So, we will start with the 2 red 8s. Red 8 is standalone. So, one of the books is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. 25 years ago, Maggie Holt and her parents, Edwin and Jess, moved into Banbury Hall, a rambling Victorian estate in the Vermont woods. 3 weeks later, they fled in the dead of night, an ordeal Ewan later recounted in a non-fiction book titled House of Horrors. His horror memoir of ghostly happenings and encounters with malevolent spirits became a worldwide phenomenon, rivaling the Amityville horror in popularity and skepticism. Today, Maggie is a restorer of old homes and too young to remember any of the events mentioned in her father's book. But she also doesn't believe a word of it. Ghosts, after all, don't exist. When Maggie inherits Banbury Hall after her father's death, she returns to renovate the place to prepare for its sale. But her homecoming is anything but warm. People from the past, chronicled in the House of Horrors, lurk in the shadows, and locals aren't thrilled that their small town has been made infamous thanks to Maggie's father. Even more unnerving is Banbury Hall itself, a place filled with relics of another era that hints at a history of dark deeds. As Maggie experiences strange occurrences straight out of her father's book, she starts to believe that what he wrote was more fact than fiction. So that is one of the standalones I'm reading. The second standalone I'm doing is Darcy Coates' Dead of Winter. When Krista joins a group tour heading deep into the Rocky Mountains, she's hopeful that this will be her chance to put the ghost of her past to rest. But when a bitterly cold snowstorm sweeps the region, the small group is forced to take shelter in an abandoned hunting cabin. Despite the uncomfortable claustrophobic quarters and rapidly dropping temperatures, Krista believes that they'll be safe as they wait out the storm. She couldn't be more wrong. Deep in the night, their tour guide goes missing, only to be discovered the following morning, with his severed head impaled on a tree outside the cabin. Terrified and completely isolated by the storm, Krista finds herself trapped with 8 total strangers. One of them kills for sport, and they're far from finished. As the storm grows more dangerous and the number of survivors dwindle one by one, Krista must decide whom she can trust before the frozen mountain becomes her tomb. As you can see, I'm going through the horrors and thrillers. Then I have 2 blue 8s. The blue 8s are books with map. So I will start with one, and it is Son of the Blood and Ruin by Marlies Lores. I'm probably mispronouncing that. I'm very sorry. Here is where the map is. A new legend begins. In the 16th century, New Spain, witchcraft is punishable by death. Indigenous temples have been destroyed, and tales of mystical creatures that once roamed the land have become whispers in the night. Hidden behind a mask, Pantera uses her magic and legend swordplay skills to fight the tyranny of Spanish rule. To all who know her, Leona de las Casa, I am not saying this because I'll butcher it, never leaves the palace. and is promised to the heir of the Spanish throne. The respectable, law-abiding Lady Leonora faints at the sight of blood and would rather be caught dead than meddle in court affairs. No one suspects that Lorena and Pantera are one. But despite the magic in her veins, she isn't invincible. A seer has foretold that she will die young, and when an ancient prophecy of destruction threatens to come true, Leonora and Pantera must decide: surrender the mask or fight to the end. But not even death can stop a legend. So that is one book with the map. And the other one that I picked was Daughter of the Siren Queen. This is the second book in the Pirate of the let me make sure that's right before I screw up the name, because I will screw up the name. Daughter of the Pirate King. Yeah. And here's the map for it. It is on the outsides, so that's kind of cool. I love the fact that there is one. So this is the second book in the series. I will not read the book. So this is the other one that I'm using as a map. I was going to use this one, but then I found out that on my yellow 8 that I picked, I ended up needing to finish the series. So instead of using this as a book for the map, I'm using it as the finished series. This should finish the series of Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. This is the last book. I looked to make sure that there was no other books, and this should be it, because there is the map in this one, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that is what I'm going to use as my finishing of the series. There's 3 books in the series, so that will be the last one. So for the 12s, we'll start with the red, which is adult, and I'm using Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones as the adult book. He is born an outsider like the rest of his family, poor yet resilient. He lives in the shadows with his Aunt Libby and his Uncle Darren, folks who stubbornly make their way in society that doesn't understand or want them. There are mongrels, mixed blood, neither this nor that. The boy at the center of the mongrels must decide if he belongs on the road with his aunt and uncle, or if he fits with the people on the other side of the tracks. For 10 years, he and his family have lived a life of late-night exits and narrow escapes, always on the move across the South to stay one step ahead of the law. But this time is drawing near when Darren and Libby will finally know if their nephew is like them or not. And the close calls they've been running from for so long are catching up faster now. Everything is about to change. So that is the adult book I picked. Next one is the blue, which is odd number of pages, and I picked Anna and the Dragon by Sophie Pasternak. It has, now this is the fun part. Okay, I gotta be careful because that is the second book. Okay, here it is. It ends on 389. So, yay. Don't stand out. That's what Anna's I'm gonna say this wrong. Baskuska has always told her. Keep to yourself. Don't cause trouble. But their family is about to lose their home, and Anna isn't about to stand around and do nothing. Her best option is working for the Tsar's henchmen, who offer an easy bargain, money in exchange for help them capture a dragon, which Anna isn't even sure exists. With magic on their side, it seems a pretty easy deal. But in this tale of mayhem and magic, other fantastical creatures abound as the tyrannical rulers, violent Vikings, and Russian folk heroes makes Anna question everything she thought she knew. As secrets are revealed and the loyalties tested, she will have to make the most difficult decision of her life. Save her family or save her friends. I can't believe I had a little difficulty finding this one because the odd number of pages blank. And last but not least was yellow yellow 12, and that is Space on the Cover, and I am going to use this one, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. When Rosemary Harper joins the crew of the Wayfarer, she isn't expecting much. The patched-up ship sees better days, but it offers her something she could possibly want: a spot to call home, a chance to explore the far-off corners of the galaxy and some distance from her past. And nothing could be further from what she knows than the crew of the Wayfarer. From Sixtus, the exotic reptilian pilot, to Kizzy and Jenkins, the chatty engineers who keep the ship running, to a noble Captain Aspie. Life aboard is chaotic and crazy, exactly what Rosemary wants. That is, until the crew is offered the job of a lifetime, tunneling wormholes through space to a distant planet. Sure, they'll be earning enough money to live comfortably for years, but the risk of her life wasn't part of the job description. The journey through the galaxy is full of excitement, adventure, and mishaps for the Wayfarer team. And along the way, Rosemary comes to realize that the crew is a family, and the family isn't necessarily the worst thing in the universe, as long as you actually like them. So that was another one that I was like, where am I going to find this? And I forgot I had this one. These are the books I'm doing for Phase 10. What did you think of my selection? Let me know in the comments below which one you're excited to see my opinion on in this section. Like the video, and until next time, I hope everybody is having a wonderful